Hello everybody, welcome into Rock Painting 101. We have loads of rock painting and stone painting ideas for you on the channel, but today we're going to share with you 4 fun, fast, easy for beginner stone painting tutorials. Now all of these have full-length tutorials on the page. These are all going to be sped up quite a bit, but at any time you can click on the card to get to the full tutorial, or you can hover on the bottom to jump forward to any of the tutorials we showed at the beginning. So I'm just starting off here with a butterfly tutorial. Sketch on your stone with a pencil. That way you can really try to get that butterfly to be even on the left and the right side. Now we're picking 2 different colors of acrylic paint. We're going to start laying down one color and then the second color, and then we're going to start on working them together. So block out your colors first, and then once you've got a little bit of both your colors, then you can kind of start going along that edge line and blending those 2 colors together. So we're starting with the pink into the teal, and then you'll see we'll get some teal and go back into the pink, back and forth. So blending with acrylics on your stones can be something that takes a little bit of practice. It depends on the colors you have, it depends on the stone you have, to how easy or hard this can be. So just like any other thing, the more you do it, the better you'll get at it. We're going to go over the top of a lot of this with black anyways, so it doesn't have to be a perfect blend. Next, we're coming in with our extra fine tip paint pen. Now, if you're going to be doing a lot of stone painting, a extra fine tip paint pen is really handy to have for lining and fine details. It's a lot easier to manipulate than a very small liner brush. So we're just outlining the entire butterfly first. I went a little thicker on the right side, so we're going to do that to the left. The main thing when you're painting a butterfly is to mirror your image as much as possible. Like I said, we're going to mirror everything, so it's easiest to do that one section at a time. So everything you do on the right, switch over to the left-hand side and try to repeat it as even as possible. So for every line on the right, go ahead and do it on the left. Now you'll be able to see here, I'm not perfect either. My butterfly isn't going to be 100% the same on the left and the right. So just have fun with it. Once you have all of your lines on there, we are going to add some circles in the upper right and upper left wing area, and then we're going to start rounding the corners of each of our sections. So you're going to work through one at a time each area and round off where the lines come together. So you're going to go all along the right side doing this in all these itty bitty sections, and then you're going to repeat on the left hand side. Now again, this is sped up quite a bit. We have the full length tutorial available for you on the page. In the description below, I have links to these as well. But you're just going to start coloring in around the dots on the right hand side, and then we're going to start on the bottom, I believe, next. Let's clean up that line first. But we're going to add on to our bottom part. We're going to round off those edges as well, and then we're going to repeat all of this, like I said, on that left hand side. So if you're new to the channel, welcome. If you haven't yet, take a moment to subscribe. This has got a little quick second while I'm filling in this other side. Give the video a thumbs up. We have so many rock painting and stone painting tutorials meant for beginners. Go in and add on your antennas, and then you're going to come back in and bring that inside color, teal in this case, closer to the body again to finish it up, and you have a beautiful painted butterfly. Next, we have these adorable little birds. They're super cute to do and really easy. They make a great stone painting idea for beginners. We're going to start by putting our little feet down on our rock first. I'm blending some blue and white together. You can make these birds any color you want. Now I'm going to take a little sponge that I cut and start dabbing on the bird's body. Now this gives you this cute little fluffy look to your edge. You want to be careful when you get up close to those feet. You want to go over the top of them slightly, but you don't want to accidentally cover them up completely. But you can make these birds whatever shape you want them to be, but that sponge really gives it kind of a fluffy edge, which is just darling. Now we're going to go back in with our yellow once that blue is completely dry and add on our beak. Now I'm using dotting tools to do my eyes. If you do not have dotting tools, you can use lots of things around your house. Pencil erasers work good for larger eyes. You can use nail heads. You can use bobby pins. For these smaller dots, you can even use the point of your pencil. Just dollop the paint on the end. We're going white, black, and then a little white highlight at the end in the upper right-hand corner. And these little painted stones are adorable. Next up are these wonderful, cute little flower vines. These are really easy to do. They fit on any size of stone you have. You just start with a line in the center and start breaking your vines out in either direction. You can really fill up your stone with this. Add a little circle at the tip of each of your lines. Now I'm using this extra fine tip paint pen again to outline everything, adding flowers at the ends where all these little dots are. However, if you do not have paint pens to fill in these flowers, that's totally okay. You could fill in these flowers just using a small paintbrush as well. I am going to use paint pens for all of that in this video. So once you have all your flowers on, add a little center dot to each of them and then start coloring them in, and you can do them in any color you want. I'm doing them in little clusters of blue and purple on this rock. You can see the pink and purple one in the background. I like to have the flower clusters that are coming from the same part of the stem to all be the same color, as you can see that I'm doing here. Now once all your flowers are filled in, you'll see there's a little bit of areas around the vine where you can add in these extra little swirls, which just take it up a notch as far as how cute that this rock can be. So you just fill in any little space you think it's not big enough for a flower, but it needs a little detail. You can even add these little flowers on your word rocks. Our final stone painting tutorial today is this cute little smiling flower. This is one of the oldest tutorials we have on our page, which was back from March in 2018. Yeah, there's lots of videos on our page. Just start by creating a flower. As you can see, I like to break apart my shape with little dashes so that I can get them spaced apart well. And this is a fun little technique to blend your paint pen so that's not just two harsh lines. You can fill these in just as easily with acrylic paints if you don't have the paint pens as well. But we're just wiggling on a little bit of each color and then taking a blending brush in between. It's a little bit damp with water, but not wet. You could do this exact same thing if you've got two colors of acrylic paint. Block them down, one in each color, and then go back with another brush to kind of blend them together. Obviously, we got to add on a stem and a little leaf on the side. Then we're going to go back in with our extra fine tip black and give it a nice crisp outline. So as you can see, I'm kind of doing these short little strokes. This is a pretty rough rock and I don't want my little lines to splatter. Once you get the entire thing lined, you'll be able to add on your nice happy face. So I do the eyes kind of coming up and over off the tip of the mouth on either side, and then we're going to go back and add cute little pink cheeks as well. So I hope you found at least one rock painting, stone painting idea that you want to try today. Like I said before, we've had the channel for over 4 years now, so there's endless inspiration for you to look through. Check out more details for any of these tutorials down below. We'll be back soon with more rock painting inspiration.